Hey, welcome to episode number 62 of Escape the J Curve, and I am your host, Rohan. And this is a follow up episode from the last episode that I did, which was episode number 61, and I talked about finding the purpose to life. I discussed that human beings have two basic purposes. One, a lower level purpose, which is just survival and replication, passing on your genetic information to the next generation. But we also have a higher purpose to serve, which is serving other people, creating a movement, sharing your message, building something big and amazing which will outlast you. That would be your legacy. And helping other people improve their lives, all of them consist of your higher purpose. Now today I'm going to follow up on that discussion, how to find your purpose and what to do when you have found it. So the first most important thing when you decide what you want to do and who you want to serve is, don't wait for your passion. I've spent so much time in my life trying to figure out what I'm passionate about that I've lost that precious time. I think it's important to pick an area we're moderately good at and get started on that. That would be the first step. Don't wait for passion. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for anything to show up in your life, like somebody coming into your life and telling you this is your purpose and this is what you should be doing. Take responsibility for something and just commit. Otherwise, you're going to spend a vast chunk of your life trying to figure out what your passion is. Now, we often underestimate ourselves, don't we? We think that we don't have any special abilities and we cannot serve the world in a big way, and that holds us back so much. You could be immensely talented at whatever, small thing, like you could be a very good musician. You could be a huge Star Wars geek and you know more about Star Wars than 98% of the people on Earth. Or you could be amazing at repairing motorcycles. Or, you could be the best basket weaver or amazing artist. We often underestimate our superpowers because it doesn't seem like superpowers to us. It's just that we do something really, really well, and it seems like it's second nature, and it comes so easily to you that you think that it's not that great. Your skills are not that great, but don't underestimate yourself. Just figure out your superpower. Maybe one good place to look to find out what your superpower is what people compliment you on a regular basis. Do they compliment on your music? Do they compliment on your software engineering skills, your organization skills, your productivity, your health, the way you look, makeup, fashion, style? It could be anything. And don't wait. Just pick the area in your life that you are most complimented on and get started. That is your area where you're going to influence and make big impact. So once you have picked the area you want to make an impact on, start publishing. Now, what do I mean by publishing? Pick any platform. There are plenty of platforms available today to get your message across. You can do YouTube videos, you can do Facebook Live, you can do blogs, you can do podcasts, anything. Whatever your strength is. For example, when I started the podcast, I knew that I don't have the face for YouTube and I do not like writing that much. So what I chose was podcasting. That was my platform. That's where I publish, and you have to figure out what your talent is, what you like doing. If you don't like writing, pick YouTube. If you don't think you have the personality for YouTube, pick podcasting. Whatever it is, just pick a platform to get your message across. Now, you guys might be telling me, but Rohan, I am not ready yet. And I see this thing holding so many people back. I'll tell you a story. I have a friend who is a really talented photographer, and I was just talking to him about creating a business around an expert business around photography, where we talk about photography and teach people how to become amazing photographers. And he is the expert and I do the internet marketing. But he said, Rohan, I'm not ready yet. I'm like, dude, what do you need to do to become ready? Do you need to have 1 million followers on Instagram? Do you need 1 million pictures? Do you need to do a shoot with Tom Cruise to feel that you're ready? What needs to happen to feel that we are ready for this step? And I faced this problem when I started the podcast, and I thought to myself, that I'm not the most successful person in the world. Should I start this podcast? I might not be ready. I have not tasted the level of success that I want to taste. But I decided I may not be the most successful person in the world, but people can still learn from my anecdotes, my experiences, my successes, and most important, my failures, the things that I've failed at. And people who are listening to the podcast need not make the same mistakes that I've made. So I have a voice. I have a message. I want to, publish my thoughts, my experiences to the world. And I am not ready. I am not there yet. But I am sure that I can help 1, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 15 people with my message and experiences. Okay, so the next thing that would come to your mind is, Rohan, I am not good at blogging. Another excuse your mind is telling you, trust me. Okay, you're not good at blogging. Okay, how about podcast? We all know how to speak. We all communicate on a regular basis with our colleagues, friends, family, partners. We can start a podcast. But I don't know how to speak. Okay, then do something you're good at. But there's no excuse for you to not start this. Once you have figured out the purpose, and you must figure out the platform that you are going to use, written, verbal, visual, pick one, get started right now. Okay, then you might be thinking, once I start publishing, I can talk for a day or 2 or maybe 5, maybe a week. What do I do after 7 days when I have no more content to create? Bullshit. Your entire life experience is content. Whatever you've learned is content. Your experiences, your life's journey, everything is content. You have enough content to talk about, and that is going to last you years. Start off with your journey. That's the first step. So, say that you want to become known for your music. Get started with your journey. Why did you start playing the guitar? What pushed you? What happened? Why are you so passionate about, playing the guitar? Then talk about all of the things that you have learned on your journey to become a guitarist. Maybe you didn't know what you were doing in the first 6 months and you were horrible. Then you figured out, okay, if I do this step followed by this step, I learn more. I learn faster. Your every experience of yours everything that you learned, everything that has been a part of your journey, every challenge that you faced is content. So don't be afraid of, what do I talk about? So, okay, call to action for this episode. Pick an area where you want your legacy to exist. Maybe it's music, maybe it's software engineering, maybe it's management, maybe it's data science, maybe it's sports, maybe it's maintaining motorcycles, maybe it's cleaning cameras, whatever it is. Pick an area where you want your legacy to exist. Number 2, pick a platform of your choosing. It could be blogging, it could be YouTube, it could be Facebook Live, it could be podcasting. Pick a platform where you can get your message across and start publishing. Content is king. If you have not realized that in the 21st century, content is king, let me repeat it to you. Content is king. So when you start publishing, when you start getting your message across, you can reach out to a lot of people. These platforms, Facebook, YouTube, they have a lot of reach. You can reach out to people who are inspired and moved by your message. You can build a tribe. You can do something great together. You can teach them how to level up or step up in life. You can do so much more. So step number 1, higher purpose. Step number 2, start publishing. Start building your niche. Start putting yourself in front of other people. Get your message across. Don't be shy. Don't be held back. Just do it. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another episode, and I'm going to guide you through the challenges you're going to face when you start publishing and how you can get over them and reach out to more and more people. Okay? Have a great evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow with another episode of Escape the J-Curve. Have a good evening. Hey guys, Rohan Nag here, and let me ask you a few questions. Are you sick and tired of giving up on your biggest goals? Do you always come back to the same place after having made some progress towards your goals? Do you often sabotage yourself when you are trying to level up in life? Do you feel like you have a lot of potential but you are not doing enough with it? Have you stagnated in life in terms of income, health, career growth for years? Are you suffering from a lack of meaning in your life since the COVID-19 pandemic hit? Are you worried about job security in the current economic climate? Or maybe you're just, you just want to increase your value in the job market and you want to make sure that you are not made redundant. Perhaps you want to create multiple income sources, but you have no idea where to start. Do you have outrageous goals, but you are held back by fear and anxiety? Do you lack the energy and motivation to execute on your plans? It could be the case that you wake up every day to bad COVID-19 news all around and you just want to focus your attention on something positive. It's possible that you're super bored right now and you just want to do something productive. Perhaps you want to learn a new skill, lose some weight, increase your productivity, and focus and follow up on your New Year's resolution. Listen, if your answer is yes to one of more of these questions, then I have something critical to tell you right now. But first, let me tell you a quick story. I was a person who had everything that society tells you is important, like college degree, like job in a reputable firm, vacation 2 to 3 times a year. I would, travel the world internationally. I traveled to 6 countries in 2019 and everything money could buy, but I experienced a deep lack of fulfillment, meaning, and purpose in my life. I realized the gift of human life is immeasurably precious. To live a life without meaning or purpose, to have not done anything to make the world a better place, is to have wasted this valuable gift. Deep down inside, I know I had more to offer to the world. I knew I was not living my best life. I wasn't dreaming big enough. I wasn't taking enough action. I was not creating a legacy for myself. I was just living a life without goals, ambitions, hopes, and dreams, and a purpose. All I wanted to do at that point was something bigger than me, something that will be my legacy, something that will help other people too. I know I have a lot to give to my family, my community and the world at large, but I was struggling to find a vehicle to create value for me and others. To be honest, felt like a monumental failure in my life. I had lived half of my allocated time in this world without having done something meaningful, something which will outlive me. On top of that, I had absolutely garbage habits like smoking, not sleeping properly, eating crap foods, not taking care of my mind, body, soul. These habits were just dragging me to the depths of hell and were killing my self esteem that I had left. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm talking about October 2019. I was chilling with my friends and they had just left, and I was alone in my bed and I could not sleep. There was one thought that kept me awake. Have I done everything that I have been sent here on this earth to do? And my mind was telling me no. That was my breaking point, really. I could not take it anymore. So I got off my bed and decided to give my life a scorecard. I looked at my career, my income, relationships, health, service, legacy, and other important pillars in life. And the results I had produced in this area were really underwhelming. That felt like a gut punch. Half of my life is gone already, and I had not done anything commensurate to the wonderful gift called human life. I knew I needed to set big and audacious goals for myself, transform myself into the best version physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and kill off all the rubbish habits that were dragging me down. In order to be successful in the endeavor of transforming myself, I knew I had to draw inspiration from the times I have been successful in my life. And then, as if by chance, something magical happened. When I looked at my previous successes, I found a pattern. I discovered that there were a total of 6 magical things that I did every time I succeeded in life. Like when I managed to lose 70 pounds of body fat in a period of 6 months. It was like clockwork. I took these exact 6 steps when I did something well in my life. And every time I did not achieve my goals, I failed to follow one or more of these rules. Every time, all the time. That's when I realized success is a process which has 6 rules or pillars. And if I abide by these rules, I will succeed. And if I do not, I will fall flat on my face. My plan was to incorporate these 6 rules into my life and launch an e-commerce business. I knew from my past business experiences there's nothing like starting a business if you want to build character. A business demands you have massive work ethic, excellent communication skills, high level of discipline, and an ability to deal with failures, rejection, stress, and so much more. Yet, there is nothing more rewarding when it succeeds. I did everything necessary to become ready to tackle the rigors of a business. I gave up smoking, got my diet and sleep right, started exercising, became more disciplined with my execution. I picked a niche for my e-commerce business, researched profitable products in that niche, got the logo, bought the domain, got the website up, and was just about prepared to launch my business. When I was ready to start sending traffic to my website, something happened which I was not prepared for. When I was about to take my business idea to the world, COVID 19 hit and everything changed forever. On March 11, 2019, the World Health Organization declared COVID 19 a global pandemic, and hundreds of countries closed their borders, and trade and commerce took a huge hit. I know the business that I was working on for months would have to be closed down before it made the first sale. This pulled the rug from under my feet. For the next couple of months, I felt like I was stabbed through my heart. I kept my fingers crossed that countries would be able to flatten the curve and open up their borders, but deep down inside, I know it will take months, if not years, before things would go back to normal. Then it hit me like a bolt of lightning. I realized brick and mortar businesses that deal with physical products, apart from the most basic necessities, are not going to do well in the short term. The only way to make money in the current economic situation is to build digital assets. No matter what the situation is with brick and mortar stores, you can sell, if you can sell things that can be shipped through the internet, like ebooks or podcasts or YouTube videos or blogs or softwares or freelancing and consulting services, you can still build a successful business. Immediately after that, I started creating digital assets. In the next 2 months, I wrote a book and I launched this podcast where I talk about internet marketing, starting online businesses, success strategies, and so much more. To my surprise, I managed to interview more than 50 very successful people in every field, from entrepreneurs to YouTubers, on my podcast. These interviews are massively valuable because the guests share their journeys, success stories, tips, tools, strategies, and so much more. This podcast has gone on to receive more than 1,500 listens and downloads within a month of its launch. To tell you the truth, I have come a long way since October 2019. Not only did I manage to destroy lifelong unhealthy habits like smoking, bad nutrition, improper sleep cycles, impulsive spending, but I'm a published author and a podcast host now. But the biggest change that I think has come in the way I feel about myself. Life does not feel meaningless anymore, and I do not feel like an underachiever. I wake up each day with great hope and enthusiasm. I have massive amounts of energy and focus. I have direction and motivation, and it feels like I'm walking the right path in life and making the best use of my talents and gifts. Although the pandemic slowed me down for a couple of months, I have a feeling 2020 is going to be the best year yet. And that's why I'm so excited to share with you my book, The 76 Lockdown Guide, How to Overcome Obstacles, Reignite Your Passion, and Find Meaning During the COVID-19 Calamity. In the book, I talk in depth about the 6-step golden formula that I've used to accomplish my most challenging goals. You can use the same 6-step formula to tackle the most difficult challenges, find direction, meaning, and purpose in life, and completely transform yourself into a new you during the COVID-19 lockdown. I am leaving a link to get the book from Amazon Kindle right now in the show notes. Do check it out.